Hey, what's up, guys? Max here. Just finished doing it live stream, and we were covering the Battle Realm Love. Love is in Battle Realm. Okay, the store, basically everything you're going to be able to buy with your units that you've grinded for or purchased from the event that's happening here for Valentine's in February. So a little bit different. We kind of knew this event was coming because it's happened like the prior year. And I think this event is where you really want to cash in your units and maybe pick up a deal or two, right? When it comes to what's being offered in game at the moment for cash. Okay. Yeah. Well, let's just talk about the story because that's the only thing I want to talk about in this video. So one of the biggest things for me personally, I look at my account and I think, okay, what do I need? Obviously, everybody's account situation is different. But for me, prestige and rank 3s are going to be very, very important. And I talked about this, and this is going to be kind of like a must pick up for me. I'm just 9,000 units down, gone from my account for these T4 alphas. I made a video, which I said I was going to launch and I never did. So hopefully this one does make it to YouTube. And when it comes to like, hey, what is going to make me, I think I did launch it. What is going to make me buy things in game? Like, what is it? What's my drive? It's not the next progression because I'm already there. It's the next rank up. It's the next challenge. That's going to make me kind of invest units, resources, cash into the game. And that is what we're seeing here. The T4 alphas is what we're seeing as a resource to be able to get another rank 3 possibly. We've seen that already. A couple of players are actually having enough to rank 3 a champion. They're third at the moment. Mine, with the purchase of this, it's not going to be enough, but we're going to be very close that if there's another like little monthly offer, maybe for March, something comes around the corner, we might have enough to get a rank 3 in a couple of weeks, a month or so. I need to pick this up to make that happen, basically. But yeah, let's talk about the other Valiant offers. There's going to be some that are very interesting because we haven't seen them before. This Valiant 2 offer, I talked about it at first glance. I thought it was like too expensive for 5,000 units. But if you sit here and think about it, how often, if you're a grinder and it takes you, it's easy for you to get these units because you grind the arenas, you grind everything possible to get multiple units, battle chips and stuff like this. This is not bad if you want to risk an RNG and it's 5,000 units. It's a lot of units, but if you just want to risk and not spend the $100, don't go and spend the money, but spend the time and resources you're gonna invest for another month to get to the 5,000 units. It's not bad. Again, RNG, you're gonna get one of these champions, but it's a guaranteed 7 stars. So hopefully, if you do take that chance of RNG, I wouldn't recommend doing this twice. I would recommend just doing it once if you want to RNG this. But I am passing on that deal. I'm not picking it up. The 4 to 5 gems, these are you're going to be able to purchase twice, which gives you 6,000 units. I think these, if there's a specific champion that is not part of let me show you. This bundle is actually going to be tied to this bundle because it costs 3,000 units for a generic rank up gem, but it costs only 2,000 units for one of the specific champions in that crystal list. So if you have one of those champions in there, I think Hercules, Hulkling are going to be some that come to mind. Dominoes, or maybe not Domino because she's a 7-star, but champions that are only found in the 6-star at the moment, not available in 7-star, that have been proven to be really good for questing battlegrounds and even ascensions. So I would recommend skipping this one if you wanted to grow your roster when it comes to rank 5s, and investing into the cheaper one and just focusing on one of those champions, So that would be my advice. I think for me, there is a Valkyrie, I think, in there too that I have not ranked up. So I'm actually considering this one for Valkyrie specifically, just because she's really good too. And for Battleground, so for 2,000 units to get a rank 5 and even possibly ascend her in the future, definitely I think it's worth it for me. And again, a limit of 2, I probably would just pick this up once. Okay. This one, this one is going to be what it's in the faith. It's actually in Kabam's hands. It depends on what Kabam decides to give me, the RNG that I have in my account when it comes to my 7 stars. I did a little bit of a lengthy rant in the stream, 3-hour stream. You're not going to sit there and watch it, the whole entire thing to hear it. But basically it is, I don't want to pick this gem up. I used to play the game very quickly where I used to pick up resources, sit on them and buy them for units, for cash, sit on them. And then I would sit on them for so long that I would forget that I had them. And so I rather, in the situation like that we're presented in now, instead of picking up and spending 3,500 units on something that I'm not going to use immediately, I rather just have the 3,500 units in my account and potentially use those 3,500 units for the next event, for the next deal that's coming around. Yeah, there's content, difficult content, Karina's Challenges 8.4 coming out. That's going to probably drain my units. But when I'm thinking offers and bundles and situations like this, I want to use those 3,500 units for not something that's going to sit in my inventory, but rather something that I can use immediately. So when I do open those 7-star crystals, if I get the champion that I'm looking for, then this is going to get purchased and this is going to be used immediately. It's not going to be sitting there. There's not going to be sitting like a generic rank up gem from 1 to 2. That's not going to be the case. These are specific to a certain class of champions, and those classes, just very quickly, it's basically everything in this pool when it comes to 7-star champions. So for me, basically what I'm very looking for is a dupe on Domino. Might use it for if we get a Titania. So basically those are my 2 options. And let's say we don't get that. I would have to really think about it and see if Iron Man is going to be an option for me or Null. Iron Man or Null to rank 2 and use that gem. For me, it has, I think the 3,500 units for a rank 2 is actually a decent, good value. I think so. I think for me is pretty good. And then very quickly jumping over to this Valiant Relic bundle. This is an easy pass. It's only 1,200 units and it seems cheap compared to everything else that we've been covering. It is the cheapest now at the moment. There's one cheaper, but I think that's an easy pass for me just because the RNG on the 7-star relic, it's not the best. I rather just get the relics 6 stars, not 7 stars, 6-star relic, get the relics as I get them. And then, I have enough catalyst and rank up materials to take a relic to rank 2. There's no rush to get these relics to rank 2. Unfortunately, there's no huge benefit to my prestige for these relics for rank 2. So that's why it doesn't put a sense of urgency. Now, if there was if I was sitting on 6-star relics, 650s, 60, 70, 100, 120, then this would be I gotta pick this up because this rank up gem. I need to get that one relic that I have at rank 1, 6-star and 180, to rank 2 immediately to help my prestige. Or if there's there's possibilities of rank 3s of these relics, I need to get that one relic that I just got that it's really good to rank 2 because I need to take it to rank 3. So that's not the case. That's why it's an easy pass for me. But for anybody out there that wants to kind of RNG and not spend too much, 1,200 units, you can pick up these 1,200 units fairly quickly. There is the Lunar Year event going on. There's ways for you to pick up these units super fast. So if you do want to kind of gamble it and risk it, I think that's a good option. But for me, it's a pass. Now, the one I will be picking up is this one. Not because of the Awakening gem, but because of the prestige help these actually relic stones are going to give me. So if I understand this correctly, I can put these into my 6-star relic. And I have a 6-star relic already ranked 2, my highest prestige 6-star relic at the moment. We're going to feed it into her and then just enjoy and benefit on the prestige help, basically, that this is going to give me. But for 1,000 units, again, something that I can get very quickly, I think it's worth it for me. And then below that, we do have Paragon bundles. Paragon bundles I'm going to pass completely. They just don't make sense for my progression, for the cost that we're getting. at the level of gaming that I play with the alliance and group of guys that I play with, we get these resources without having to spend. Awakening gems come like crazy. 6 stones come in like crazy. I'm not going to spend 5,000 units on a rank 2, 1 to 2 gem when you can get it for 3,500 units. It's just the Paragon offers for Valiant players and Valiant offers when they have access to these just don't make sense. So for me, overall, let's tally it up. So we're looking at 9,000 units. We said 1,000 here, 10,000 units. And we also said one of these. So 13,500 units is what I'm looking at spending. I'll make another follow-up video to see what I actually bought and purchased, whether I ended up buying something that I wasn't even saying that I was going to buy, like one of these 4 to 5. I ended up saying, oh yeah, let's pick one up. Not going to get this 4 to 5 generic, but let's just say one of these, right? There's, by the way, if I were to get this one, just in case, just so you guys know, there's Zemo that still hasn't been rank 5. There's a couple of rank 5s that I'm holding back from it, but I think for 3,000 units, I rather, like I said, still hold and just use resources. But yeah, I guess 13,500 units is kind of what I'm looking at to drop. We've already just on the live stream picked up, and I'll make another video on the crystals that I opened. Picked up one of the offers, which is this. I don't think I'll be maxing out on these offers either myself. So did one just to, pick up the units. Okay. We were at 47,000 units, got ourselves to 50,000 units. If we drop down, we're going to be dropping down to like 3,700 units. So my goal was to get to 50. We got to 50. And now it's going to be a goal to get back to 40,000 units. Once everything is all settled, I think that's kind of what's going to happen. But yeah, let me know, guys. What are your thoughts? What are you going to be doing when it comes to the store? Are you buying everything across the board when it comes to the offers to be able to pick up these unit bundles? Are you just buying everything in the store? Are you going to sit on everything in the store for future potential pickups of champions, relics? Are you even tapping into the Paragon deals as a Valiant player? Like I said, I said it before and I keep saying it, unless something changes, I'll tell you guys as well. But the way I'm playing the game, progression and just being smarter, not just diving all in. And I used to be like, I'll tell you guys right now, like 2-3 years ago, I used to be like, okay, let me max out this bundle. So that's 10,000 units. I am going to max out the $100 offer because that gets me more 7 stars to open. And so I would go and max out every single option I got to try to get every single champion out of the 7-star crystal. Because I was chasing a specific champion. Like in my situation, it would be I'm chasing that domino dupe, more SIGs on domino. And that would be my situation. But I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not playing the game like that anymore. I feel like I have enough, and I can work with what I have. That I don't have to drop 400 plus. Let's say if I didn't have enough, I would have enough units plus the other bundles and the other things I had to purchase. I probably would have to purchase some because I would spend all my units and stuff like that. So I would probably have to purchase this to pick up the units and then purchase this to pick up more units. So you're probably looking at an event on average 600 to 800, maybe even about $1,000 on this event, just because I had to pick these bundles to be able to pick up the entire store or majority of the store and everything that I wanted and thought I needed for the future. So cash wise, I think we'll make a video about that, but I think I'm probably going to cap out at $200. And that's considering, again, that I want to be conservative for this month of February, but I think that's going to be my cap. And then the units probably be 13,000 units. So I still think it's a good participation from my end. I know there's always going to be people with more participation, but there's going to be people with less too. But I think that's a very kind of like wise choice and controlled, you know. But yeah, let me know, guys, what you guys think. I know it's late, it's like 2 a.m. at this moment, so I'm sorry if I'm looking beat up. I apologize on that, but drop a like on the video, guys. Take care. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.